Right. Yeah. Today I'm going to do live. I'm doing it a little bit early, so I'll just wait for a few minutes because I've got time, and I'll explain why I'm starting live early today. So if you are going to watch the live as a form of the video, you can skip at least to 5 minutes because that's when I'm going to start to get into what I'm going to talk about today. For now, I'm just waiting for some few people to come in and see if they can see me live. So at the moment, let us enjoy. I'm sitting outside today, I'm not in a house. So I'm just going to show people because I'm still waiting for them to see where I'm sitting. I'm just next to the ocean. I'm just sitting here next to the ocean. I'm enjoying this view. Yes. Yeah. Good morning. If you can hear me, just press like or comment to see if you can hear me. I'm recording this live. It's next to the ocean, so it will be better if people can tell me if they can hear. Because on my side, I can only hear the waves. Thank you so much for coming in. If you can hear me, just say hi. Yes, just say hi. And then, yes. Sorry, I'm a little bit early with the live. It's just because I'm sitting outside. I'm not inside the home, so I'm still okay. Yes. If you can hear me, yes. Hi, hi guys. Hello. Good for you to come in. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I'm trying to do live outside. I'm just outside. I'm not inside the house. So I'm next to the beach, but there are kids over there. So I don't want to show you at the moment until they move away. Yes. Yeah, my name is Linda. To those who doesn't know me, I'm Linda. Yes, I'm Linda. Yes, I was diagnosed with cancer more than 2 years ago. So I'm here to talk about some issues that related to cancer. Yes, next level. My name is Linda. Yes, I'm just sharing issues about cancer and cancer-related matters. So, yeah, that's what I'm here for. But today I'm going to talk about a very difficult topic. Yeah, I'm going to be touching a difficult topic just in a moment. Yes, I hope I'm explaining myself okay. I hope you guys will understand English as well. Because last week I could see that people couldn't understand English, a word that I was saying in English. So you can share and tell people that the live is on. I'm going to be talking about a difficult topic today because as cancer patients, there is an issue that we normally don't talk about. So I'll be happy if you guys can come in and let us deal with it and talk about it. thanks for those who've come in and those who commented. Thank you so much. Yes. If you don't understand English, I don't know how to put the captions on. All right, I'm going to try and show you guys where I am. I'm just recording next to this. I'm not going to show people up, so don't worry. There we go. So that is why I started my live a little bit early. Yes. I'm going to talk about a very difficult topic today, so I'm taking my time. Right. Today's topic, guys, it's about death and dying. It's about death and dying. I'll just, before I get into that, let me just give a little bit of a short update before I start to get too serious. Yeah, as I said that today I'm going to touch this difficult topic about death and dying, because as a cancer patient and a survivor, it's the topic that is always in the back of our mind, that this disease has twice reminded us that we are not here in this earth forever. Anyway, let me start with a short update. I've done my chemo for a month. I've done my chemo now. Tomorrow we're going for full blood test count to see if the chemo has worked. And then the doctor will make a determination to see the next step forward. But yes, I've done first cycle of chemo, and to be honest, it wasn't too harsh. I didn't have any main side effects except that I was eating a lot. I'm sure I've gained a little bit of weight, so I'll check the weight as well on Saturday to see if I've put on too much weight. But yes, that's where we are. That's where I am at the moment. So yeah, yes, we've done the chemo. So tomorrow it's full blood test count. So just pray for me and hold thumbs for me and whatever you guys do, so that I could be to see that this chemo has worked, so that I could go back to maintenance medication. But so far so good. Let me just go to this topic that nobody wants to talk about. It's not an easy one. If you guys understand English, you can just press like. If you understand English, if you can hear what I'm saying, just press like. If you can't hear me, sorry guys, I can only speak English. My mother tongue is Zulu, so I'm speaking Zulu. It's my native language, and English. So yes, if you can hear me, press like. If you can't, so that I can see that some people have already commented. Yes, I'm from South Africa. To those who are asking, I'm from South Africa. Yes, I'm living in Port Shepstone in South Africa. It's a beautiful place. I'll just show it to you now if you're wondering where I am. Today I'm making a video next to the ocean. I don't want to show everywhere there are people around. So yes, this is where I am today. I'm from South Africa, yes. So yeah. I haven't found out, by the way, that when I was diagnosed with cancer, what stage was I? But what I know is with blood cancer, once it's been found out, which means it's in a very bad stage. So I was there. That's why I'm finishing chemo at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to finish anyway. We'll find out after blood test tomorrow to see what's going on. If you see me wearing this cap, it's because of the sun. I'm not advertising Lucky Land. But if you're South African, you can visit them. It's a nice place to be. Yeah, boy, yes. Yeah. As I'm speaking, guys, I'll be taking questions as well. You don't need to be shy. Just ask questions as we carry on talking. Yeah, boy, yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm from South Africa. So hi to everybody who's commented. So guys, I'm just gonna get to this topic. I know it's not easy to listen to. You can just listen to it in your own time if you get time. To us cancer people, cancer survivors, cancer patients, if you've been diagnosed with cancer, I've been living in cancer for a while, you know that there is this thing that is always in the back of your mind. You always think about your demise. That is why today I just thought I will talk about death and dying, because it takes time. It takes time to deal with this situation of cancer. I'm talking from experience, guys. It takes time. The first thing that happens is, once you've been diagnosed with cancer, the first question you ask the doctors that, how long do I have? I know some doctors are scared to tell you your prognosis straight away. My doctor couldn't. I think she didn't know anyway. And with modern medicine now, and with the things they can do, so she couldn't tell me how long was I going to be alive. I remember when we were driving home after I was told that I've got cancer, that I was just thinking about my wife, thinking about my young child. And then I said to my heart that if only I can just live to see my child grow up and get married and have a stable family. That was in my mind. And thinking as well that how will I leave my wife? How is she going to survive this? Because it's a scary situation. So yes, and luckily, when I was at school, when I was at university, I've managed to put my hand on a book written by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross about death and dying. So, in psychology, they don't tell you that you read the book, but they don't tell you that at some point it's going to help you to navigate the issues of scary situations like cancer. Yeah, to those who doesn't know, my cancer is called plasma cell myeloma stroke leukemia. So it's not an easy one. The doctor told me that it's an aggressive kind of cancer anyway. So this is where I am at the moment. So yeah, I was really scared. So in the book I've read about these 5 stages of grief, which is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So I have to say that I stayed in denial for a while. The first doctor that we went to, he kind of alluded that I might have cancer, but I didn't want to listen to that. We had a second opinion. The doctor in a second opinion, I think I was a bit better, because it was after 2 weeks since I was diagnosed. So that was a little bit better. But, I stayed in denial for a while. I was still hoping that it's not what it is, I was just hoping that they made a mistake somewhere. So, which means that I was not only in denial, I think I just missed a stage, anger, and I went straight to bargaining. That I was just thinking about, thinking that maybe something somewhere is not doing well. As a Christian, I was even thinking that maybe God has made a mistake. Maybe something else will come up. Maybe in the following morning, somebody else is going to tell me different news. So that was my trying to bargain with myself and with the higher power, so to speak. And then anger came into after a while. After the denial is gone, after I knew that once you start treatment, exactly that things are very serious. So, and then you think that, okay, this is it. That means it's either you do 2 things. I find out with myself that either you give up, you give it in, or you start fighting. So I decided to stick with the fight. And then, I decided to stick to fight it and see if God is going to give me another chance to be alive. So, but anger crept in. I think that was after 6 months of chemo. That's when I was getting angry. I was angry. My anger was not against people, to be honest. Firstly, I didn't know the way I was going to direct my anger, but I was angry against cancer, very much angry against it. I was, and because for me, the issue when I was angry was about that this is not fair, man. This is not fair. I know nobody's perfect. I'm not a perfect human being, but I was always trying to do the best that I can to help other people. But I was finding myself struggling with this, even now, struggling with this disease, that I didn't even ask to come into my life. So yeah, I was very angry. I think I was angry for a month or so, until I think I read something that has helped me to kick myself out of anger. Would I say I was depressed? Yeah, maybe. But I was more stressed than depressed. I was more stressed than depressed. Stress being that, once you start treatment, you don't know where the money will come from. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if whatever medication you're doing is going to work. So I was a little bit stressed about that, and stressed about logistics, and stressed about issues like that. I don't think I was depressed because I was still a happy chappy. I was still, my longing was to just see people, because my job involves people most of the time. So yeah, the acceptance stage where I accepted the fact that I'm dealing with a very serious cancer here. So that's when I accepted that, okay, I've got cancer now. So that's my new, that's my new reality. That's my new life. So now the question was, how am I going to navigate living with cancer once I've accepted the fact? So I think after that, that's when I turned the corner. I started to feel better. My life started to change. I started to, as you can see now, I can walk around and I can, as I was saying, that I can now do some stuff, Yeah, I can still do some. I can do some stuff now. I'm okay. But it wasn't that. I think it's because I've accepted the fact that I've got this disease. It was not easy. So I was glad that I found myself this book long time ago. I read this book a long time ago. So at least I knew that in the stages of grief, we've got denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So it was easy for me to navigate this kind of stages. Was it easy? Nope, it's not easy. So let me get into it now. Let me just be serious. Do you know that if the sad part, if you've got cancer, anytime you go to the hospital, like I'm going to do blood tests tomorrow, anytime I'm going to do blood test, you just realized, and it's like these things are reminding you that you've got cancer. So, and then it just reminds you that you don't know how long you have. You just reminds you every small bit, every message from the doctor, everything you do, it's always just in it, somewhere back in my head. I don't know about other cancer survivors. They can comment and tell me how they deal with it, but it's just there. It's just there. But at the moment, I have to be honest that I think the fear of dying now, it has subsided, because my blood test results, they've been looking not too bad, not too good, but not too bad. They've been giving me courage to say there's still life after this. It is not too bad. So I'm not in a very bad space at the moment. But I have to be honest though and say that it's one of those things that you just can't escape. For sure that the fight is now is to stay alive. I think, let me put it that way. As much as I think about that, death is not as bad as it was. I think in a week now I'm better than I was after I was first diagnosed. I was thinking about that about every day, every time I wake up. Even watching videos on YouTube or watching television programs about cancer, there was always that to say, are you going to be okay? It was just always there. And then after I've accepted the fact that, okay, let me try to live this new normality of life. That's when I started to live. Now it's more about, I'm going to live this life like any other normal person. I'm going to try and fight it and live it through. It's not easy. But as I said, that if you go to the hospital or go somewhere, like I was doing chemo on Tuesday this week. It was Tuesday. So, you just like, this is the time where you realize that I'm dealing and I'm fighting with this terrible disease. But today I'm feeling so fine. I'm over it, I'm planning things, today I'm out. I'm doing this recording live. I'm out. I'm next to the ocean, just to enjoy this hour outside. And I've been having few meetings now via Zoom, talking to people and planning the dates that it gives me hope that, okay, which means the dates that I'm planning in September, I'll still be here enjoying this life. So I'm more now living positive than living negative. So which helps to help me wake up in the morning. I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night. You know, people who are doing medication, they know how it works. I didn't have a good night's sleep, but yeah, look, I'm out and about. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought I was talking about today. It's not an easy topic to talk about, you know, because if anybody get hold of this life and you're dealing with a patient who's really struggling with the issue of death and dying, the only thing I can say is that we need, as cancer patients, we need to live life telling ourselves that even if it's bad, but we still have the day. You know, this day today, it's an important day. Let's live it and let's enjoy it. I don't know, it's hard. I wouldn't lie to anyone. It's hard to think that, let me not think about my demise. I had somebody on a video saying, I might be recording my end of life. Let us not think that way. Just say I'm recording, putting history down, so that if anybody finds this video, will get help. If it didn't help me, it might help somebody. So my small way in this life is to say, as cancer patients, guys, let us move away from the overthinking of death and dying. Let's move into, how can I wake up today and make it better? How can I take a few steps out of my bed? How can I take a few steps to do some chores, you know, do something. That's what I'm saying. Sorry guys, I'm taking a small sip. So whilst I'm taking this, I'm good and you. They like it. Let me show you guys where I am here. I'm in a very beautiful part of the ocean. Yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, guys, that's my story for today. To say, let's live as a cancer people. Let's live a positive life. It's not easy, but plan your day, man. Plan your day. Get out of you know. To those who I know there are people right now who are seriously struggling. I cannot lie about that. I've seen, when I'm in a hospital doing chemo, sometimes I'm next to people who are worse than I am. So I know I've been there. I'm just hoping that I'm not going back to that stage. But I know that there is that time where you can't move, you can't do anything. So my advice will be, try to think positive and say, tomorrow I want to try and take a few steps. I'm going to get out of my bed, at least if somebody, my caregiver, can just hold my hand just to take a few steps around and come back and sit down. You can't force it, you know, just take a few steps there. In other words, I'm trying to say, if it's today, you're still alive, live for today and be happy that you're alive today. Take some few steps, just take it as a practice. I remember I bought a stick for myself so that I can pull out myself out of bed without getting help from my caregiver, which is my family. So I've managed, you know, take a few steps, and then I managed to go to the bathroom for myself. And then after the take, it's sore sometimes, it's painful. It depends on the stage of cancer. You know, so yeah, just take a few steps. Just each day have a little bit of improvement. If you can't eat, you know, doctors are smart now. Just the doctors will try and come up with a way you can have some nutrients that will help you to get a little bit of weight, and then try and move around. With me, with weight, as you can see, the chemo that I was taking this time, I was eating like I was mad, and I'm hoping I didn't get too much heavy. We'll find out. I'll check it. Yeah, I'll check it on Saturday. Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah, molo mfowethu, molo mfowethu. Ngiyaphila bonkosi, ngiyaphila. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, if you want to take the step out, just take the step out. Be bold, man. In other words, what I'm trying to say, don't let this disease win. Don't let this disease win, man. Don't let this cancer win. Let's fight it. Yeah, and you can ask me questions, guys. You can ask me questions. I'm not shy to take questions. I hope I've answered the person who said I'm from South Africa. Yes, I'm from South Africa. To those guys who can't speak Zulu, guys, I'm so sorry about that. If you can press like or say something if you can hear me, because I'm next to the ocean, guys. It's very noisy. So just say something if you can hear me. Yes, yes. So the other question that I was thinking about when I was planning to talk about this is that am I afraid of dying? At the moment, I think I've passed the stage of being scared of death. I was at the beginning, but now I'm much better. Bonkosi, I'm talking about cancer, my brother. I know it's not an easy topic. I was diagnosed with cancer more than 2 years ago, so I'm here talking about it. It's my content. You can even go to my channel and see some other videos so that they can help you to know that I'm speaking about cancer. Bonkosi, I was diagnosed with cancer 2 years, little bit more than 2 years ago. Cancer called plasma cell myeloma. So today in that, I was trying to encourage, what I'm trying to do is, hold on, there we go. Yes, Bob, thank you so much if you can hear me. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to encourage, today I'm trying to encourage us to live a very positive life as cancer patients. I don't know. Thanks if you can understand that, my brother. Thank you so much. So yeah, any questions? I'm just taking a sip. Yeah. I'm going to show you where I am just in a minute. It's just there are people around, so I don't want them to be recorded. But yeah, so what I was saying is that I was glad that I've put myself, I was glad to put my hand on a book called of Grief, to those who like to read. It's written by Kubler-Ross. Just get hold of it and then learn stages of grief. It helps to deal with grief. Especially to us as cancer patients and survivors. It helps to get through the stages and know where you are and deal with it, and and try and deal with it. Because the fact is, this is life, man. Things happen. Especially for us cancer people, we know exactly what's going on. It's not easy, man. Living with a disease that you've been told there is no cure. It's so painful. And yes, we take all this medication. Sometimes we feel good, sometimes we feel bad. So it's harsh. It's harsh. It's not easy. But yeah, today I wanted just to encourage us cancer patients to say, guys, as much as people who don't have cancer won't understand this, but we think about death more than people can imagine. The other fact is because we know it's coming whether we like it or not. But yeah, but as we are still alive and breathing, guys, let's live positively each day. Let's be positive about it. Let's live our lives. Get out there, man. So I was just saying to those who are struggling with some pains, just take one step, few steps. Buy a stick for yourself so that you can just go out, enjoy the sun. Well, I'm blessed. I'm in South Africa in Port Shepstone. It's warm, next to the ocean, which is beautiful. Let me just show it to you quickly. It's easy. It just gives you hope that things will be fine, you see. So it's not bad. If you go out, you can seriously if you go out, you can just start living. Start planning your life in such a way that you can just leave a positive mark if anything happens. You must leave a mark, leave something that your kids, your family will say, this guy was bold. So there's the other thing that I wanted to mention here in this video before I finish, is that I've been encouraged by other cancer patients who are really in a very bad situation. I got good counseling from them, especially in a time where I was in denial. you know, sitting in a hospital next to somebody who said to me, you'll be fine. I know you cannot believe it now, but you'll be fine. So that was very encouraging. So if we can manage to encourage each other as cancer patients and survivors, things will be fine. If you need somebody to talk to, you can go to my channel, write an email or write something. Let's talk about it. As South Africans sometimes are scared to talk about cancer. Just write something. Write something. You can even go to my email and find how you can. If you need my number, I can leave it down there so that you can talk about it. There's no need to be shy. Things are bad, man. Things are bad. This disease is not a joke. Having cancer is not a joke. So it's good that if we can speak to each other, to find a way to speak with each other if you are in a bad situation. I was encouraged by people who were really, really sick. The guy that was going to a theater, was it last year, this year, beginning of this year, when I was waiting for my results after I did my bone marrow aspirate, you know, waiting to see if the cancer is increasing or is decreasing, all those kinds of things that the doctor can do. That guy was so good to me, to encouraging me to stay positive, and it worked. Whilst he was in a very, very bad situation, guys, he was in a very bad situation. He didn't know how he's going to make this, if he was going to make it from the theater or not. Thing not easy. He was in so much pain, but he managed to encourage me to be positive and to be strong, you know. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that if I was blessed to have people who encouraged me to be where I am today after 2 years of having this disease. I'm strong, I'm feeling much better than I was, although I'm still going through chemo. So I think it will be advisable for us to do the same. To the caregivers, guys, well done, man. I know it's hard for you. It's hard to see your loved ones going through such terrible things. But yeah, let's support each other and support our caregivers. Yeah, if you are a caregiver, you can as well leave a message or something. We can talk about it as well. If you know that you are a caregiver, you're dealing with this situation, just drop a message somehow. We can talk about it and encourage each other to deal with it. Last week I even mentioned that if you are a cancer patient and a survivor, you know, sometimes we've got too much demands to our caregivers. But we need to learn to know that people love us. As much as we think we're too sick, people still love us, you know. Oh, one more thing to us cancer patients. You know, there are some things that are not easy to talk about. A rash in some bad areas, rash in private areas, and you know, just be bold, man. It's your life. Just tell the doctors or your caregivers that we've got rash in a very bad spaces. At home, show them your bottom, show them your bum. Cancer has already exposed us to bad situations. There's no need to talk about these things. Even about the toilet, talk about it, because you know, once you see blood in your stool, so it's not a good sign. So it's good to talk about these things. You know, if you want to voice your fears. Don't be shy. You know, as I said to you, I was scared of death and dying. So voice it to someone. Talk to someone. As I said, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Drop me a message anywhere in my videos, even in this one. Well, after I finish, you can drop all. Yeah, if you even want my number, I don't mind. I can just give you my number. But it's good to support each other, because this is not a joke. You know, this is not a joke. So the thing is, my way forward is, if after my blood test tomorrow, if this chemo didn't work, I'm going to do a heavy chemo in a hospital. I don't know in which form. It might be in a form of 4 days in a hospital once per month, or it might be in one night over, sleeping over in a hospital once a week. Those are harsher ones, because it takes about 6 hours to 8 hours to deal with it. So that's my way forward at the moment. We're waiting for that. I'll let you know next week what was the verdict from the doctor. But for now, yeah, I just wanted to share that. It's not an easy thing to share. It's not an easy thing to talk about. to talk about thinking about death and dying. To cancer patients, guys, kick yourself out of that. Don't think about your death. It's not here yet. You're still alive and kicking. So stand up, put your head up high, and let's deal with it. Let's deal with it, guys. We can win this war. How? I don't know. But yeah, at least you can live some 10 years or more years. Just help yourself to buy some time and live the life to the fullest. I can take questions. I'll just wait for 5 minutes to take if there are any questions. If you can hear me, just press like or comment. If you've got a question, I'll wait for a question. Yes, thank you. Yes. Whilst I'm waiting for a bit, let me guys still show you where I am. It's beautiful, man, guys. It is beautiful. I don't know how to make this video work differently, but yeah, this is where I am. I'm sorry, not trying to show you people, but this is where I am. It's cool. It's cool. If you look up, it's just bush next to it around me. So yeah, it's a cool place. It's nice to be. Yeah, and it helps. It helps with my mind as well to be out next to the ocean. You know, I can think positive to fight this cancer. Think positive. Somebody's wanting to talk to me. I will deal with that in a minute. Any questions, guys, before I go? If you're coming in, you've got questions, and then we can deal with it. Yes. To those who don't know my name is Linda. As I said to the other guy that thanks, Bonkosi. Thank you so much. And I'm from Port Shepstone, if you want to know. And yeah, you can just get in touch with my videos and ask questions, and then we can talk about it. If you know somebody who's struggling, just being diagnosed with cancer, and they want to talk to someone, just refer them to me. I can help as much as I can in trying to talk to people, because some people will not accept it. So just to talk them down to, at least it's easy for us as a cancer patient to another cancer person. It's easy because we understand what we're going through. We can even talk about chemo, how it affects them, how they are health-wise, food, and how to make some food that is eatable if things are not easy on that front, and how to deal with nausea, and we can help each other. I'm not an expert, not even in a long shot, but I can help in those ways. Just to have somebody to talk to as well. If you know a cancer person, yeah, I can help as much as I can, because at the moment I can. Yeah, if you've got blood cancer as I am, and you don't know what's going on, or maybe you're going to go through transplant, we can talk about those issues as well. Because that was another thing. That's another thing that's heavy. I'm going to talk about it next week, to how to navigate going through stem cell transplant. Yeah, especially if you're in South Africa, I might talk through to you with the fears, especially the fears of chemo, and the fears of how stem cell harvest is like. We can talk about those issues. I'm availing myself to say, guys, let's talk about it. You can just, after the video is done and then you watch it later, leave your whatever email or something, and then I'll leave my number for you as well, so that you can go we can talk to. We can even do WhatsApps. At home I've got good network, so I can even do a video call if you want to deal with a video call, and then we can talk face to face. That will help, especially if you've got some fears that you want to, because sometimes as males, we are leading our family, so some fears are not easy to share. But as a male, man to man, I'm here. We can talk about those fears. Yeah, I've faced some of them. I know how difficult it is, and sometimes wife don't understand what you're going through. So it's easy if you're talking to another person who's going through what you're going through. Yeah, if you are a caregiver as well, you need some advice with the issues with your loved one at home, you can talk to me. Let's deal with it. I'll help as much as I can, if I can. So yes, that is why I'm here. That I can help. I can help as much as I can. just to get us through, to help us get better days in life, to achieve something in these better days. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much, guys, to all those who commented. Thank you so much, guys, to those who came into my live video. I don't want to make it too long, so that if people want to watch it later, it would be easy. It's easy to watch 40 minutes than to watch an hour. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks, Bonkosi. Thanks, guys. God bless.